Hi my dear students, welcome to my biology class. Today we are going to learn about gametogenesis. Gametogenesis means formation of gametes. Genesis means formation. Gametogenesis means that formation of gametes. Here we are going to study about gametogenesis that take place in human beings. Gametogenesis is of two types. Those are spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Spermatogenesis means formation of sperms. Formation of sperms, while oogenesis is the formation of ova. Formation of ova. Okay, the sperms are the reproductive cells in the human male. So, spermatogenesis take place in the male reproductive system. It take place in the testis of human male reproductive system, especially in the seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules. In the previous class, we have learned about the male reproductive system in detail. We know that testes are the primary sex organs. Testes perform dual function. Testes produce both the sperms and the male sex hormones, androgens, especially testosterone. The actual production of sperms take place in the seminiferous tubules. These are the highly coiled structure that is found inside the testicular lobules of the testis. The seminiferous tubule consists of special type of cells such as what? Spermatogonia, Sertoli cells and Leydig cells. Leydig cells are also known as interstitial cells. The spermatogonia are known as mother germ cells. They undergo mitosis and meiosis 1 and 2 and finally form as what? Sperms or spermatozoa. The Sertoli cells are nurse cells. The Leydig cell secretes the male hormones androgens. Today we are going to learn about the spermatogenesis in detail with the help of diagrams. Here you can observe the diagrammatic sectional view of seminiferous tubule. We know that the formation of sperm takes place in the seminiferous tubule. The inner part of the seminiferous tubule consists of two types of cells. Those are spermatogonia and Sertoli cells. Here you can see a layer of spermatogonia. The singular form is spermatogonium, plural form is spermatogonia, mother germ cells. These undergo mitotic division and then meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 and form as primary and secondary spermatozoids respectively. Then finally they form as spermatozoa or sperms. Now let's study different stages that are occurred during the spermatogenesis. In human male, the spermatogenesis begins by the onset of puberty. That's the time period at which the reproductive organ becomes functional and starts to produce the sperms. And spermatogonia that are found inside the seminiferous tubule are diploid in nature. That means each cell carries 23 pairs of chromosome. Okay, let's begin from spermatogonia. It's a diploid in nature. Okay, during the formation of sperms, the spermatogonia undergo mitosis. So by mitosis, it multiplies in number. That means it increases in number so that many such copies of cells are formed inside the seminiferous tubule. Out of these newly formed spermatogonia, some of them will differentiate to form primary spermatozoids. Okay, then it forms as large, matured, ready to form as sperms. Those are known as primary spermatocytes. These primary spermatozoids periodically undergo meiotic division, that is meiosis 1. It undergoes meiosis 1. Meiosis 1 is the reduction division. Here the chromosome number of the diploid cell becomes half, so that a haploid 2 secondary spermatocytes are formed as a result of meiosis 1. Okay, 2 secondary spermatocytes are formed from one primary spermatocyte by meiosis 1. These 2 secondary spermatocytes undergoes meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 is an equational division, that means the copy of cells will be formed. Such 2 secondary spermatocytes undergo meiosis 2 and form 4 haploid spermatids. 4 haploid spermatids. These spermatids undergo differentiation and finally form a spermatozoa. Differentiation and finally form a spermatozoa or sperms. These are the different stages that take place in the seminiferous tubule of the human male reproductive system at the time of spermatogenesis. Here you have to listen one important thing. The spermatogonia are diploid in nature. The primary spermatocytes are also diploid in nature. Secondary spermatocytes are haploid in nature. The spermatids are haploid. Then spermatozoa are haploid. So, one spermatogonium would develop into 4 spermatozoa. Now you can observe the schematic representation of spermatogenesis that take place in human male reproductive system. The sperms are produced in the seminiferous tubule. The spermatogonia are diploid in nature. That begins at puberty. It undergo mitosis. That means many spermatogonia undergo mitosis and increase in number. They become enlarged in size and ready to become as sperms. And some of them are known as primary spermatocyte. Now let's consider a single primary spermatocyte. A single primary spermatocyte undergoes first meiotic division. It's a reduction division. That means the diploid cell would become haploid daughter cells. After first meiosis, one primary spermatocyte would develop into 2 secondary spermatocytes that are haploid in nature. Again, these 2 would develop their copies. Here, this haploid cell develops its copies. Here also 2 daughter cells with the same number of chromosomes. So, secondary spermatocytes undergo meiosis 2. That's an equational division. So, the chromosome number will be same, so that it would produce 4 haploid spermatids. That's why the shape is changed like this. These spermatids undergo differentiation. That means differentiation means they would undergo structural changes and functional changes and finally would develop into 4 haploid spermatozoa. It means that a single primary spermatocyte can produce 4 haploid spermatozoa or sperms. Many primary spermatocytes undergo mitosis and meiosis simultaneously, and it would develop millions of sperms at a time in the seminiferous tubule of human male. So the human males are able to produce many sperms at a time. Got it? Here, the transformation of spermatids into spermatozoa or sperms is known as spermiogenesis. After the complete maturation, the sperms are embedded in the Sertoli cells, get more nourishment for the further activities. And after the complete maturation, these are released from the seminiferous tubule to the accessory ducts of the male reproductive system like rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, and so on. And here, the sperms are temporarily stored in the epididymis. The process of release of matured sperms from the seminiferous tubule is called spermiation. Okay, spermatogenesis is the formation, the process of formation of sperms. Spermiogenesis is the formation of spermatozoa from spermatids by differentiation, while spermiation is the process of release of matured sperms from the seminiferous tubules. Then let's study the hormonal control of spermatogenesis. The process spermatogenesis is a complex process that is under the control of various hormones that are released from different endocrine glands. We have studied about different endocrine glands like hypothalamus, pituitary, then ovary, testis. Ovary and testis can act as endocrine glands as they secrete hormones for various functions that are related to the reproductive function. The process of spermatogenesis is initiated from the hypothalamus. Okay, hypothalamus secretes a group of hormones, releasing hormone and inhibiting hormone. Here it releases a specific hormone known as gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH. What is it? Gonadotropin releasing hormone. These releasing hormones are stimulant hormones. They stimulate the pituitary glands to secrete two types of gonadotropins such as LH and FSH. It stimulates another endocrine gland, pituitary gland, to secrete two types of gonadotropins such as LH and FSH. Gonadotropins. LH is the luteinizing hormone. While FSH is the follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone. Here the LH acts on Leydig cells that are present in the outside region of the seminiferous tubule. LH acts on Leydig cells and stimulates the secretion of male sex hormone, that is androgens. So androgens are involved in what? Spermatogenesis, and also control the secondary sexual characters in male. So in the case of follicle stimulating hormone, these act on Sertoli cells, the nerve cells that are present in the seminiferous tubules. Okay, and they provide certain nutrients that are required for spermiogenesis. Spermiogenesis is the formation of sperms from the spermatid by differentiation. Okay, this is the hormonal control of spermatogenesis in human male. Got it? Today, we have learned about the process of spermatogenesis in detail. I hope you understood the topic well. With this, I conclude my session. We will learn about oogenesis in the upcoming class. So, then thank you and have nice moments.